No?
This is tape 3 with Rabbi Bukiet.
Sure.
Continue. Tell me what happened.
We came home.
What is home?
Chmelnik. Yeah. And we, all right, we came home, we were very happy. But then that it was a very hard winter. The snow like this was snow, not at 1 day, 2 days. It's a hard winter. And they begin to everybody what they find, my father, in the biggest snows, the winds, and they take him to clean the highways. The military men to come, clean the highways. It was very, very, and then Chanukah, we got a letter from our Chaverim.
When you say we got a letter, who is we? You and
I
who else?
mean,
You. Who were your Chaverim?
From what they were in Vilna.
Who was that?
Rabbi Greenglass, Rabbi Brisky, the old,
These were
about whom you know.
these were people you had learned with in a
Yeah, not once, yeah.
All right.
It was,
What did the letters say?
What?
What did the letters say?
That the Rebbe said you should have a pity of your life and go out. No, go out. My mother didn't accept this letter because you're writing to, you know what German is. You're writing so openly a letter go out. There's not responsible people. Aber it was getting more, the Deutsch, getting more very, very hard. And then I got another letters. I was bombarded with letters.
Who was sending them to you?
Our boys, but we are in the yeshiva. And they were sending from Vilna. They was already Russian side.
What they tell you?
This not then Vilna was then Lithuania. Not, they told me we should go. We should be together with our grandfather.
Who's the grandfather?
The Rebbe.
Why did they call the Rebbe the grandfather?
Because he's the father of my father. A Rebbe is a father. A Rebbe is like a father. And they can't go to the Rebbe. That means they call the Rebbe a nickname.
What was the nickname?
Grandfather.
How did they say it in Yiddish?
They didn't look for a Jewish word. They shouldn't understand what we mean.
They said the Zayde? Was
The
the
Zayde.
Rebbe-
Aber Zayde means that you should send a letter. They go on to a censor. Zayde can mind go to do something against the government. Grandfather, they know what grandfather. They don't know what Zayde means. Then my mother feel I was very anxious to go. The Rebbe also know that I have to love my mother. And then she was going to another Rebbe.
Which Rebbe did she go to?
It's in Kelt, not in Chmelnik. In Kelt was the Zamoshche Rebbe.
Why did she go to him?
Because you can't go far away. Kelt was closer to our city.
What was her question to the Rebbe?
If I should go,
And the answer?
and the answer was no. If the Rebbe would know how dangerous it is to go, he wouldn't
Agree.
he wouldn't say this.
So what
And
happened?
And his son wants also to go, and he didn't let him go. They came to the borders, impossible. In such then my mother told the Rebbe, maybe you should write him a letter. Yeah, you should write him a letter.
That the Rebbe from Kelts should write the Lubavitcher Rebbe?
No, to me.
Oh, should write you?
I shouldn't do this. No, if I wouldn't have permission from father and mother, I would go. There's no question about it. Then came a telegram. I don't know how they made it. Came a telegram, very important. I should go out from this. Should go out. No.
Who was the telegram from?
Telegram was also from the boys. The telegram came from Rabbi Rodel. If you hear of Rabbi Rodel, he was very close to me, and he was older than me. I was very close to the yeshiva. I was sleeping with him in one room. And anyway, then my mother gave the okay. My father and mother.
Now, why didn't they go with you?
Right? Well, I told you before, my mother wasn't ready. She wasn't. But my father was. My father was going with me. He came. We take a.
Your father. I want to ask you. Forgive me for interrupting. Your father was prepared to leave your mother behind. Explain it to me.
But my mother wants him. My mother wants for him. I shouldn't go by myself. Yes, I shouldn't go. He came to Kelts. It took from our city to Kelts 30 minutes to go. I was going out at night, Shabbos Nachts, and I came Sunday morning to Kelts. It was very impossible. The weather, how it was. My father was going back. I was a young boy. I made up my mind. And my father was going right away. To come from Melnik to Warsaw, the train was another 7 hours, normal. But I came Friday, close to Shabbos. I came to Warsaw, and then we have the picture of that. Then was his grandfather, my vice grandfather, was in Warsaw. They was a rich family. When they came to their house, the whole family, 4 sons, family was in one room.
What was their name?
Speiser. And then they put me to sleep in toilet. Yeah?
You said that they were a wealthy family.
But they took away they left them over one room.
The Germans had taken away from them.
Taken away. I remember like now, Friday night, we ate a piece of bread with Zwickel, was heißt das? Beets. This was the whole meal. Yeah. And then when I came there, so low people was so low. They didn't care. They didn't care. Slow here, as those didn't care. But other things were there. There was grabbing Jewish women. This was a habit. Grabbing the Jewish women.
Whose hobby was this?
The Germans. They looked for something to do. We should feel.
So what did they do?
They did take the woman, take him to a bath, make him like with a zero. The whole.
To shave?
Yeah, shave. They like boys.
Did you see that happen?
Yeah, sure. I didn't see when it's happened, but I see how they're going in the street.
What did you think?
Who?
What did you think when you saw that?
What can I think? The animals. There's animals in 2 feet. What can I think of this? There's animals in 2 feet.
The Goyim.
Yeah. But we didn't use that. We didn't believe what we're seeing. If people can do such a thing, who can believe that? We didn't learn about this. That's it. Then we have to go further. And this also was our Rosh Yeshiva.
Rabbi Heber?
Yeah. He was there. They didn't bother him because he was a citizen from Latvia. We came to him, and he sent us to one from the Chassidim, and he gave me and another boy $100.
Who was that? Who gave you the money?
The money, Bloom. The name is Bloom. He gave money, and then with this money, he was paying somebody would want the Russia side.
To take you over to
Yeah,
Russia?
take the Russia side. Then
How many people were you who were
we
going to
were
go to
a
Russia?
group. The group, how many people was? Six in a group. 6 people.
Who were they?
The name was right. We didn't came here with them. Only one. From these 6 people, only one. I came. I came. Only these 6 people. Because when we came to Russia, we can't be together. Nobody should live at the. We were sleeping in a shoe, not together.
Why?
Don't ask me why. Because they don't want a revolution. I know what their mind is.
Where did you go to in Russia? What city?
Wait, what?
Where did you end up going to?
When we go into Russia, the way is thousand people was going back
Going back to Russia?
to Germany.
These were Jews?
Yeah, and they looking of us in Michigan, because the Russian they took thousand people to Siberia, deeper. They was ready for war. They didn't want these people should be near the. And they took all the Jewish people deeper. Nobody wants to go. Nobody wants to go to Siberia. Thousand people, and they laughing of us. But where are you going? But you're going. The rabbi's head. Where are you going? Then we come to Russia. Also, when this man took $100 a man.
Who was this? Blum?
A Gentile, a Pollock.
Oh, he took the one who took your money.
Yeah, a Pollock. It comes to the border about 2 o'clock at night. Comes to the border. He left us. He left us. Then we didn't go where to go. He had another group of 5 people. Another group. You know, they get lost. We want to go with this other group together. At the night, they all is covered with snow. We want to go with older people, with families there. Oh, no, they did not go together. Oh, we begin to go. Didn't know where to go. We came to we see a gate. We say a gate must be a cemetery. This is out of the city. We was going to this gate. We came in another. We came in about 4:30. We came in. Then you don't know where we are. Maybe we're going back. Another city. Then we put clap and knocked in a window, and the weiß was Apollo Litze, because they are schmutzige Reit. What you don't come in here. I would not in. But you ask him, tell me, where we are. The Russian side, the German side. No, he told us that you Russian side. Where we go, how are we going to the city? This is our village. How are we going to the city? The city lives the Jewish people. Village, not. He told us, this is here, right, left, and but somebody shouldn't see. Yes? He told us, you have not. Where are you going? They're seeing you. They're going to arrest you. They were going on the highway, and was going through a post. When the soldiers was there. They didn't look at us. They didn't look. I came into the city, and now we're going into the rabbi.
What city was that?
Oh, the Shushik, a small city. It's near the border from Germany. The border was the bog. The bog heißt the große Teich.
The river.
The big river. But it wasn't. Now you can go of this river like everything was frozen. And then near this was a village, and then a city, not a big city, but when they coming in right away, we should daven, they gave us to eat, and right away the rabbi told us this is a war city. There's a lot of soldiers here. It's not healthy. He got no money. He gives money, and he bring a wagon, and he was going to Biala, it's a große city. And then we came to Biala, and then Biala, these people have pity on us. Then we're going to Biala, to Slonim. Slonim, a big city, Slonim. And then the last thing, we came poor.
This was what year now?
This is 40. That's when we came to Russian. It must be 40. Purim side is 40. Purim side is most is March. And when we came there, it was. Then we wasn't afraid. Everything. What it was? I don't know. I should tell you the first time that we came in to the city Purim was we going to Verbrengers. We verbring.
Who were you verbringing with?
People from the city.
Slonim?
From Slonim.
Were there Lubavitcher Hasidim?
Yeah.
Who?
No, I don't know. And they had no the Lubavitcher Hasidim because somebody was telling a story. This communism, Russian communist, and he told the story that when the communist, 1917, communist was in Purim also. When they declared communism, they was making a big, was in Purim. And the Rebbe Shusayden, Friedrich Rebbe's father, was verbringing.
What was his name?
Schoenberg.
Rabbi Shalom Ber
Yes,
Schneerson.
yeah. He was verbringing. And the Chassidim sitting by the Tisch came with the communism center. And they was talking with himself. Can't be. Can't hold. It's against God, against religion, can't hold. And the Rabbi said, no. When came stand up an
enemy
of Jewish life, it can't be long. Because when if anti-Semites against Jews, bodies, he can be a sovereign, he can hold long.
Say it in Yiddish.
Wenn man schäppet sich mit der jüdischen Guf, wenn es steht auf der Söhne Yisroel, man schäppet sich mit der jüdischen Guf, kann der Rebbe Seil so lang. Was er kann in einer kurzen Zeit, aber lang kann er sich halten. Aber wenn man schäppet sich mit dem, ist er sovereign. This sentence here about this Purim.
Did that give you hope?
Sure. What do you do? Das means das Kommunismus, aber was jetzt so? Was die können tun, was lang können sie schauen. Das ist the. You can't take it when you making
Say it in Yiddish.
Making anger jüdische Guf. Wie lange hat Hitler gehalten? He didn't hold long, Hitler. But he did enough. But then we was going from, then we came Pesach. I was all going to one line, to go to Lithuania.
To Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Why Lithuania?
Because this is the free. The Rebbe was there. The Rebbe was in Latvia. This is one close to each other.
So your intention was to move closer to the
no,
Rebbe?
On closer. That's why we were separated. I was going, I didn't know where the other boys are. We didn't know where the other boys are. Is one boy was going with me.
Who was that?
That was leather handler.
What was his first name?
Shmuel Moshe. Leather handler. He was going with me. And then we came to Postov. I was sitting closer. It was Pesach. Like today, it was Pesach. And we was by somebody, a Jew, Pesach. But this Jew was in the other room. A room with a general from the Russian army was staying in this other room. And we have Pesach in the another room. He he's a Jew. He was sitting by the Pesach. But in Prabhupada said not give. It was Trail was crying. Then.
Tell me something, where'd you find matzah?
They have matzah. They Russian. In Russian was more. They have matzah.
Did you have any communication during that time with your mother and father?
Not so. Nothing. No communication. And then after this, we're going to a small village near the border.
Near Lithuania?
Yeah, near Lithuania. And then this was a family, but they have that's what we find us this address is from the rabbi from Postov. He is this little town, village, lives Mr. Gellerstein. Yeah? Mr. Gellerstein. We didn't know him. He is from Brisk. He was a big shot. A lot of money. He had a manufacturing of robots.
Of shoes?
Yeah. It was a big. In this big people was the Russian was looking for them because they have money. They have a lot of things. And he was a small. He was. Then they came in the house. Was another two boys, our boys.
Who was there?
My Mechutten.
Who was that?
Rabbi Kramer. And Rabbi Hochlehrer. When we came in, they know, but the woman, I never forget, when we came in, with such a smile, and told us, feel like you're in your home. And this was very dangerous for you. And I can't believe it. The other days I was there, but I can't see. I feel I'm endangering their life. Come strange people, and they get obvious. Then he wants to go to Lithuania.
To where?
To Lithuania. He wants to go.
To Lithuania. Who wanted to go? Gelishtin?
The Gelishtin, yeah.
Did you take him with you?
Wait a minute. He wants to go to Lithuania. He told it, come to me. You wanted to go. I have a morning. In the morning I want to go. Was it sign? I want to go. I told to me, you want to go? I hear from somebody, a woman, who she doing this thing. We let you go. We see if you making, she's making, we going after you.
If you make it to Lithuania, then they'll follow you.
We made it. I wouldn't tell you how this, how was it. See, I cut my beard because...
Tell me what happened. Why did you cut your beard?
Because she don't want to, it should be obvious.
It was a Russian woman?
She's a Russian, I don't know, the Russian or the Polish woman. I don't know, a woman, I don't tell. The woman, matter of fact, was a man. He brings us to middle of our forest. In middle of the forest, about 2 at night, she was there in the middle of the forest.
Who was this woman?
A woman, to make money. She took money, $500 from a man. She did a good job of us.
Why did you shave your beard?
Why I shaved the beard because the man, if you're going to but nearby the borders, it's not the border that you give step up. It's villages, and they see in the villages. They see they going. What they doing here by the border?
They'll see that you're a Jew.
Sure, they see. That's what they want. That's on these conditions they took us. You know, what can you do? That's why I'm on a picture with this. And then we made it. And as a matter of fact, he sent with us a lot of diamonds to give. When we came to Lithuania, his friend, we made it, he didn't make it.
Why didn't he make it?
He catched her.
And what happened
she
to
was
her?
She was a spy.
The woman who had taken you across was a spy?
Was a spy for Deutsch.
For the Germans. What happened to the diamonds that you brought across?
We gave it to people what he gave us. He gave us an address. But this was the chapter we came from Russian to Lithuania. Then I a chapter Shanghai, Japan.
Wait. How long did you remain in Vilna?
I went in Vilna. We came in Vilna, Pesach Sheni. No. We came in Vilna, Pesach Sheni.
That's May 1940.
And then we made a pass that we came before.
How did you do that?
Yeah. People because if you came before, you can go out.
If you came before, all right, we're going to finish up this tape. We're going to continue. This is the end of tape 3.